It is me, the world-renowned chef Donnie. Hello and welcome to Zani's French cuisine. Hello and welcome to Donnie's French Institute. Welcome to Donnie's Institute of French Toast. Today, here at Donnie's Institute of French Cuisine, we will be making French toast. And not only are we making French toast, we are making the best French toast you've ever tasted in your life. It's taken me years of crafting, dedication, hard work. Do I do this accent the whole time? The answer to that question is no, absolutely not. Let's get started. First things first, we're gonna start off with ingredients. And we are kicking it off with bread and eggs, ladies and gentlemen. Bread of your choice, eggs of your choice. Cinnamon, of course. We will be using sea salt here at Donnie's Institute of French Cuisine. We will also be using maple syrup infused with vanilla as a vanilla extract substitute. Not because I don't like vanilla extract. The store was just all out of it. And here we have oat milk creamer in the flavor of cinnamon swirl. If you love cinnamon like I love cinnamon, then you need this in your life. Next is butter. And lastly, we have any fruit of your choice. Today I chose strawberries and blueberries, but just about any fruit works unless you're choosing a citrus or something. So the goal is to make 2 or 3 pieces of French toast, and for that I will be using this pie plate. These are really convenient to use because they're sort of a cross between a bowl and a plate. They are shallow enough where they hold some liquid, but they are flat enough where the bread goes in quite nice. I'm gonna start with the eggs, and please don't mind my immaculate egg breaking skills. It may take quite a while before you perfect the art of egg breaking such as I have. 2 eggs ended up being the perfect amount for 3 pieces of French toast, but please keep in mind that I had 3 thick slices of Texas toast. And next is the cinnamon powder. Also keep in mind that we don't use measurements. We measure with our heart and our soul here at Donnie's Institute of French Cuisine. And this oat milk creamer, as I mentioned before, is the secret ingredient and a must-have. It's very creamy, very delicious, and adds a little decadent touch to the French toast, and also won't make your stomach hurt if you're lactose intolerant. Next, we are going to be doing a pinch of sea salt because we are broke and bougie here at Donnie's Institute of French Cuisine. I do encourage you to use whatever salt you have on hand. And this is the fanciest syrup that I've probably ever used in my life, so I used a lot of it. And if I'm being honest, I feel like it tasted better than vanilla extract. Like, have you ever had vanilla extract by itself? It doesn't taste that good. Use this. We have now reached the halfway point of our goal, and it is time to whisk. I don't know if there is a proper way to whisk your food. What I do know is that it's all in the wrist. So as much as you can, loosen that wrist, put a little bit of back into it. I would say add a little hip if you can, because you want the consistency as smooth as possible. It's not the end of the world if it's not super smooth. You'll just notice pieces of cooked egg on your French toast, which isn't a bad flavor at all. It's just not what I'm personally going for. We are now going to take a break from the whisking, and we are going to warm up our pan on medium heat and put some butter on it. And when I say some butter, I mean lots and lots of butter. I use
used my pan that was most like a griddle or a cast iron skillet. It's kind of somewhere between the two, but I have neither, so this is what we're working with. And honestly, it works perfectly fine. You don't need to go buy yourself a griddle or a cast iron skillet to make French toast or pancakes or anything like that. Just make sure to use a non-stick pan and you'll be fine. While your pan is warming up and the butter is melting, I would go ahead and keep whisking. If you feel like you've reached the consistency you would like your mixture to be, go ahead and add your first slice of bread. Let your slice of bread soak for about 3 to 5 minutes on each side. I will say, I feel like the longer you let the bread soak, the more flavor it soaks up, so keep that in mind. And ideally, when you flip it over, you would like to see a nice even coat of brown, which is the cinnamon of course, and a nice even coat of egg mixture as well, so we know that we're gonna get a nice full flavor soaked into our French toast. Alrighty, congratulations if you've made it this far. It is now time to cook the bread. Cook? Is that what you do? Is that what we cook? Are we cooking it? We're cooking it, right? This is cooking, yes? Because I've never heard anybody say I'm cooking French toast. It's like I'm making French toast. So yeah, just put the bread on the pan or the griddle or whatever you have, alright? The hardest part about making French toast is probably just making sure it's actually done. So you just want to make sure you let it get a nice golden color.
It's coming along quite nice.
And when I say golden, I mean just slightly more golden than this. You don't want it to be undercooked because then you'll just be eating raw egg and you'll probably throw up. And once you've reached that nice golden color, it is time to plate your French toast. Behold my golden French toast. I expect that after taking this masterclass at Donne's Institute of French Cuisine, your French toast will look just as good. Ignore my knife skills, I'm still honing them. I also forgot to mention earlier in the video, you're gonna need some powdered sugar, so if you don't have any store-bought powdered sugar, put some regular white sugar in a blender and blend for about 7 to 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely learned that from TikTok like everybody else who isn't an actual chef. Once you have put down your first layer of powdered sugar, and yes, you did hear me right, I said first layer of powdered sugar, you're then going to start placing your fruit wherever you want your fruit. I don't know, if you don't really care, then you can just throw them on there. I'm doing this because my plating skills are immaculate. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm doing this because I like when my food is plated nicely. I don't know, it just makes the food look more appetizing. So maybe if you're like making the meal for somebody else, you can hook them up real quick. And it is now time for your second layer of powdered sugar.
Make it look like winter, Juno.
And you have now made the best French toast you'll ever eat in your life, I promise you. Congratulations, you have now completed the masterclass at Donne's Institute of French Cuisine. Enjoy.